Okay. So, hey everybody, welcome to Outriders. So I actually really enjoy the game, and I have it on PS4. That's the primary method of which I play it. But I actually, I bought it on PC so that I could play it on my computer. Partly to make videos on it, partly for other reasons. Only to discover that you don't get to so even though the game itself is cross-platform, so if you have it on PS4, I can play with people on PC and vice versa, and on Xbox. What also happens is that it's not cross-save. So even though I can link my Square Enix account to my Steam account, which has already been done, I can't play all of the max level, max rank characters that I currently have on my PS4 because they don't transfer over. So I was very upset, very disappointed. So I have to redo the four classes. So yeah, but so I am a little bit advanced. As you can see, I'm level 9. My world tier is 5. Um, Now I do want to make it very clear. In that I don't do meta builds, or if I do, it's completely by accident because okay, that would actually be a good one for us. I actually prefer assault rifles, and LMGs is my favorite, but oh, it has level 2 storm whip. Yep, that's that. Although actually, I don't know why I'm doing this because I'm gonna just disassemble everything that we don't use, flat out use. But yeah, um, so I am 100% gonna be playing the game. It's just super fun, and I was thinking about it. I'm like, it would be fun to actually play with people, or at least with an audience, until I can max this out. So I've pretty much am gonna play with my other four characters. I also want to state once again, I don't really do meme builds, or meta builds. Like my Pyromancer is just a pure power base. Like he only focuses on power abilities. He's incredibly powerful. I love him to death. I built a Devastator who is just a tank. I gave him as much armor, health, and defensive abilities as I could. His only purpose is not to die. Like that's all he does. Um, then my Technomancer, who I'm working on now, she is just a pure ice. She freezes everything, inflicts weakness on everything, and then kills everything. And she does a great job. And then my Loki, or my Trickster, I built her to just be pure murder. She is just close range, melts bosses with murder. She is a nasty DPS frame or unit. So, so as of right now, I actually have two of the three abilities that I'm going to use. Um, so if you have questions, I'll be happy to elaborate on them later on. But right now I'm using Tool of Destruction, which I will replace with, I think it's this one, it's called Snap. But then I use Blighted Rounds and then the Crowd Turret, which I may get rid of Blighted Rounds for something else because, I don't know. Tool of Destruction, to admit, is very useful, so I may switch Blighted Rounds for that because DPS is not my focus with this character. She is more for just, she definitely needs DPS, but she's more just kill everything. Oh gosh, damn it, it's burst fire. Also, keep in mind if the game looks super easy, it is not. I have a lot of hours put into this. Like I said, I have one of each of the main classes. Each of those classes level is fully maxed out at level 30, and then all of my gear for those classes is at the max current level, which is level 50. Their builds are also completed, so that means I'm not changing or editing anything until the DLC comes out on the 30th of May, which is this month. That'll be interesting. Oh, you bastard. Oh, and now you land. Man, get down and stay down, bitch. But yeah, I didn't find the gun too complicated, or the game too complicated. But like, it's not hard per se, but it is kind of frustrating because you need to know where to like end things. Um, like I don't know how to explain it. It's just you kind of have to know like how to play the game, I guess, which is like a stupid statement, but it is true. Like you do kind of need to know. Okay, I'm still level 9, so I can't equip anything yet.
Come on. How much bigger can they get?
Yeah.
Every creature we've encountered on this planet has evolved rapidly.
So that's actually a small one.
In unnatural and lethal ways. What remains unproven is whether they've been adapting to the anomaly's hostile conditions or being changed by the anomaly. So what the hell does it matter?
That's still small compared to what we have to fight. Also, there's something in this that I'm not really a fan of. There's snap part, or there's aim assist, which I kind of don't like because I'm pretty sure that that doesn't exist on PS4. Also, since I haven't talked about this yet, the way that leveling works is that the more enemies you kill, the more health you get, the more experience you get. But the more enemies that you kill without actually dying, that raises your reward tier limit. And that's what allows you to really get like all the different better statistics.
It's unnatural, alright.
Also, if you have a skill active and you interact with something like that, that's what gives you your item. Like that's what it resets your skill without it actually costing. So yeah. And then it summons a bunch of little bastards to chase you. If they explode on you, they will inflict fire on you, which isn't that big of a deal normally. Oh, what the hell happened there? My gun was broken, like it wouldn't let me shoot. So normally those things do fire, um, but they do like you have to roll like 3 times to get stop the fire from hurting you. Frustrating. Ah. Here we go. Also, I'm sorry I'm jumping in a little bit ahead of normal. Just
Let's do this quick, shall we?
at first I was just doing this for my own enjoyment, and then I thought about it, and I was like, why don't I do this with you? Yeah, that actually does more damage. Shoot. Okay. So, for those of you who are not familiar with Outriders and how it works, the reason why the game, why I'm doing damage, and why I'm like just getting health back and some other times, is because the game actually does damage, or certain classes do damage, based off of how they do damage. I'm not making this very cool or not. It's based off of certain things. So like your pyromancer class, they do damage, or they heal. They heal based off of the number of I actually don't have to outrun this, but pyromancers get health back based off of how much damage they do, or based off of enemies killed with either flame or ash. If they don't have either, then they don't get health back. Devastators, I think it's bleed, but I'm not 100% sure. Loki, or Tricksters, I'm sorry. Tricksters is based off of stamina? No, it's based off of slow, that's right. or if it's killed with powers from their class. And then Loki or Technomancers are the only class where they get health back just from doing damage. So they are the healers. So I could increase my armor, but honestly, I'm kind of built around freezing. So the more points I can get into freezing, the better. Gadget skills. I think I want to do that because that's a lot of my favorite abilities. That. But I do want to make sure I grab that because... Oh no, not that. Oh yeah, it's this. I want to get Exposing Frost and then Mark for Execution for the Tech Shaman ability. Okay. Well, there we go. Got our kills. But because we hit level 10, I am now able to equip the Earth's Renegades set. Which, honestly, they are decent. They're not the best, but they are decent. And then, what do I want to have for this? Bone Shrapnels. Alright. They don't use critical shots. No. See, this is not a bad ability at all. Oh, that's fantastic. Entangle is one of the better abilities that you can get. So, chink. But yeah, I was just doing this, and I thought, like, hey, since I have to do this, being able to talk and walk people through, like, my ideas will work. Because unfortunately, there are a lot of idiots that play this game.
He killed it. I can't believe it. Amazing. I'll give the order to have the cable car ready right away.
And, like, I'm not saying that, like, to be like, oh, you know, I'm an asshole. Like, there are honestly people that do things that just screw over their partners and teammates. And a lot of them that I see on PS4 are crossplay. So I don't know if that's like deliberate or if it's just like people don't understand how to play it. I don't know. So when you pull out a bunch of items, as you can see, we actually have all of these back again. And I think they all have, yeah, they all have the same ability, so, or the same abilities. But so this is where things get fun. Like, this is where things get really fun. Which, I don't care, dude. I have heard you talk so much. So, gear starts off with being common, then it gets to green, then it gets to blue, at which point it will have one mod slot, and then it gets to purple, and then it gets to legendaries. You cannot upgrade to legendary, but you can upgrade to the next tier up. However, it requires a resource called titanium, which you get from just throughout the course of the game. You can buy it from somebody later on. It's not that big of a deal, but all three gear can be upgraded, and your gear is upgraded based off of when you dismantle gear, you will get shards. So, and then you can mod gear by doing that. So, and then you can like do different variants. Like this would increase its clip and its crit chance, increase its range, but it has less accuracy, less stability. If I were to use the pump action shotgun, swap the variant, I can use standard or breach, but it's locked, so I can't do breach. And then you can level gear up too, which I'm not sure, because I think my cap right now is level 10. Oh no, okay. So I can get to level 13. Okay, neato. So, and you get, like, leather and iron from, like, killing enemies, or, you can harvest it in the wild. Leather is, I think, exclusively a creature or armor dismemberment or disassembly, but it's not the only one, so there are other things you can do with that. Oh, and the reason why you want to increase rarity as much as you probably did, but the reason why you want to level up your rarity to purple is you get a second mod slot, and it's randomized. And stats are randomized too, so generally you want to kind of pick something that's going to really work for you. Like, so this is our first example of a purple. Shots create a fusion blast, 42 damage within a 5-meter radius. That's really good. Not at the cost of doing once every 15 seconds. That is terrible. Now, if it was a 1.5 seconds, that would be way different, but it's not. So instead, I'm going to grab this one, because it has Claymore and Stiffle.
Keep in groups of 2, clocking your 6s. I want eyes on all marked coordinates with reports on the hour.
So... Oh, that was a friend of mine on Discord. He was doing a stream and I
I'm
was
on my way
watching, but
across to secure the
I
cable
ended
car
up
to the
having
tower.
to close out because...
Hold on. I still got the small matter of taking out an entire insurgent base first.
Ah, yes, well, not much I can help with there. Do try not to die.
Yeah, no, he did a fantastic job. He did a... Sorry, I am very distracted right now, because, he was very nice, and he let me watch his stream. So I kind of want to send him... Share? Come on. Why do they make YouTube so complicated? But yeah, he did a great job on his stream. He did a really good job. He streams over on Twitch. Comment in the video below. I sent him a link to this video, so Johnny, when you join, just link your Twitch thing in the chat, and I will pin your link so that people can find it. But yeah, he did a good job. We got to check out a new game. Oh, whoops. I'm not an idiot. How rude. Bastard. Alright. Come on. Poke your head out of... So, the different mods, they're tier 1, 2, and 3. There are tiers that do one of everything, so like... Oh, I'm gonna die. I didn't word that right. But, there are mods that stretch across tier 1, tier 2, tier 3, and they just get better and better and better. And then there are also mods that are exclusively tier 1, tier 2, and / or tier 3. So you can find some really interesting builds, and there are actually benefits to just using a tier 1 versus, like, say, a tier 2 or a tier 3 mod. So there are definitely advantages there. And no, your sound was fine. But yeah, Johnny, so go ahead and link your Twitch stuff. I was telling people about your stream. And yeah, go ahead and link them so that they can, because I want them to be able to check out your stuff too. But yeah, Johnny is over on Twitch. I just stream over here, although I'm thinking about migrating to Twitch. So. Also, once again, I am in a public gas station, so if I start talking to somebody else outside of the game, somebody decided to come say hi. This feels like a war crime too. Really, I was wasting that though. Uh-oh. There's a boss. Hmm. Okay, so he's a devastator. Interesting. Wouldn't that kind of like mess up your fan base though, Johnny? Because like most people I know only do like one or the other. They don't do both. So if you tried to stream both, wouldn't that kind of mess up your demographic? I'm not sure because I don't know if I know I've talked about this on my videos, but I don't do stuff like this for any monetary gain. I only do it because I really enjoy just playing with other people. And this is the closest I can get to actually playing with people. Oh, I ran out of rockets. Oops. Ow, 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 ow. Okay. Of course he's on the other side. Sir, have you met our Lord and Savior, Monsieur Shotgun? Hooray, another class point. So, yeah, I don't know. Because, like, if people were to do both, because I guess there are people that do both sides of the coin, it would work for both. I don't know. I guess I'm used to YouTube, and I like YouTube back before it, like, kind of got shitty. Okay. But with this game, so for those of you who aren't aware of how the skill trees work, in addition to what I was showing earlier, every class has a bunch of skills, but you can only have 3 active at any given time. Tool instruction, if I tap it, I summon a rocket launcher, hold it, I summon a minigun. Lighted rounds, I shoot poison rounds. And then cryo turret, I summon an ice turret. Yeah, our Lord and Savior of blowing people to pieces. Oh, speaking of which, I have a new shotgun. Ooh, armor pierce and close range damage. Okay, and I guess that's going to be the end of the stream because somebody decided to turn on the TV. Actually, Johnny, how bad is that background sound? Actually, hang on just a sec. Okay. No, so sorry, I muted myself because someone was turning the TV on, but basically, what was happening is that we're at a public gas station, like at a truck stop, and somebody turned like the TV. There's no audio controls on the outside of the TV. There's no channel controls, and they don't know where the remote is. So like it's just super loud. It's very irritating, but that's good to know. So just really quick to catch everybody up to speed. Most weapons have 3 stats. Like here you go. So like bonus firepower, healing, and close range damage. This armor set is very specific in that the stats are not randomized. However, with everything else, if I were to have like this gun, I can have 5 different versions of this gun, all with different stats. And then when you upgrade the rarity, when you get to blue, you will have 1 mod slot, and then when you get to purple, you will have 2. So the second slot is random out of 3, and it can only be up to a tier 2. So there's actually a degree of randomization and customization, and you can build your armor and your stats to do whatever you want and stuff like that. And then there are the skills. So if you have a set build that you like to do, you can do that. And then you have your class trees, which all do different things. In my case, I prefer to do the tech shaman because I like freezing things solid and then exploding them. But there's a couple of different builds you can do with this class. So, and then there are 4 classes total. There's Technomancer, who does like freezing and poison. There's the Trickster, which does slowing down, like slow time, basically. There's Pyromancer, which does fire and DPS, and then there is Devastator, which is earth magic and destruction. Explodability, which is very nice.
Our Hail Mary to find that signal, but it never worked. There was always too much anomaly interference, and without the frequency, it was impossible to track down. The insurgents eventually captured the tower, slaughtered everyone, not even knowing what it was for. Could have been what finally brought us together.
Yeah, also, so I was talking to Johnny about possibly doing a collab. So if anybody listening has ideas for good multiplayer games that you guys would be interested in watching me do with someone, put them in the comments. Let me know. Uh-oh, ow. Scholar Mask, that's ammo, which I am not short on right now. There's also collectibles scattered everywhere, so if you're into that sort of thing, there's a lot of stuff to collect in the game. But like the title says, I'm basically just speeding through with the Technomancer, because once you get to 50, you can actually start trading gear and stuff back to your level 1s. So it's worth it to just speedrun one character to 50, and then you can trade just everything back. It makes the game way easier. Uh-oh. Ow. Oh no. Get under cover, quick. Oh god, there's a grenade. Nope. And that was that. Okay, I might have to turn the... Okay, so the other aspect of the game that I did not cover yet is there is a world tier. So what that is that, and I think I just talked about this a little bit ago, but when you play the game, as you kill enemies, you will actually gain world tier experience. When you die, you lose it. But it increases enemy level difficulty, it increases the level of items that drop, it increases the levels that you can wear, and then it also makes it so that you have a much better chance of getting legendaries. So you want to get your world level to 15, so that then by the end of the game you can start running expeditions. And expeditions also do the same thing, where they kind of just let you get really crazy. So a character's max level is level 30. However, your max level wearable gear is level 50. There we go. Oh, whoops. Oh, I'm gonna die again. I got very lucky there. Yeah. Ow. Oh, that's bad. Okay. So also, it is worth noting, when you're first starting through the game, it is always worth immediately checking and seeing what you have, to see if you have any bonuses. So like that, this shotgun is way better than what I already had. And then this double gun is way better than what I already had. Although it doesn't have Storm Whip, which Storm Whip is a really powerful mod, but that's actually okay. So I'm gonna disassemble everything, get some iron, leather, and titanium. Around. Oh yeah, much better damage. Damn. Stop it. There's also a bunch of different enemy types. So in addition to there being like these type of enemy, there are also like monsters that you have to fight, which is interesting. This is also a 3-player game, so up to 3 players at a time can play together. So that is also worth noting that it is a fun co-op. It also gets obscenely hard. Right now we're on World Tier 6, and it goes all the way up to World Tier 15. So it is definitely, it can be challenging. There are certain meta builds you can do that just will spike your damage and your stats up super high. Personally, as I've said before, I don't prefer to do meta builds. I prefer to just do whatever I have fun doing. And freezing an entire room to make them all explode each other is definitely one of those things that I just love. Okay, where's the damn... There it is. Activate. Oh, look at that. There are all these lovely enemies. Our Lord and Savior rocket launcher, man. Or rocket launcher. Also, that teleporting dash I'm doing, that is actually directly one of the mods. I think it's on the boots that allow me to do that teleporting dash. Normally it's just a usual dodge and roll.
Gotta clear out this fort before I can...
Also, before you disassemble gear, I did want to talk about that a little bit, because the way that this game is set up, you can end up very easily screwing yourself over. Like, my damage output, while it's definitely, with this better weapon, my DPS is, well, normally it would have been higher. However, because of the way that Storm Whip works, every 2 seconds I had a bolt of lightning shoot down from the sky that did 142 damage. So the reason why that's so powerful is because that was in addition to the damage I was already doing. So by removing that weapon, or using a different weapon, and then disassembling Storm Whip, I ended up not having Storm Whip anymore. The reason why that's okay is because this weapon can be upgraded one more time from blue to purple, and it'll get that second slot. So even if it's something that I'm not particularly thrilled at having right now, what I can do is, as soon as I get this gun to purple, I can actually put Storm Whip on this, and it'll be all the stronger because it'll be the higher level. So there are strategies. I would just say if you're going to do it with a gun, make sure that when you do, that you are sure that you don't need to change out the gun, if that makes sense. Like, keep it until you're sure it's not a mistake to disassemble it or just sell it.
Did no one ever try flying over the anomaly?
Of course they tried.
Dunham, I'm inside of the radio tower.
Of course I tried.
Over
Dunham.
to grab that cable car and send Zahidi over.
Uh-oh.
Waiting on your word.
Boss. Damn it. Oh, I did the wrong one. Quick, get under cover. You can dodge a wrench, you can dodge a ball. Very good. Ah, shoot. So there's actually a secret to killing these things. When you're fighting an incinerator, one of the things that you can do is if you shoot the back, oh shoot, I'm on fire. But if you shoot their flame tank, they will actually take, if you do enough damage to the flame tank, they will just flat out die. So you can even shoot it over their shoulder, sort of. Also, generally, I think the game does this automatically, but there actually is auto loot. So if you're just running around, you will automatically just pick up all loot, so you don't have to worry about, like, accidentally missing something. However, the loot has to be on the ground. So, like, had I missed that chest, I wouldn't have gotten the loot from it because the loot itself wasn't actually on the ground. Which is fun. But yeah, dude, you 100% don't have to be here, Johnny, if you don't want to be. Like, I don't want you to feel an obligation.
Captain, I've freed the cable car.
Oh.
It's yours.
Okay. But yeah, I just do this to have fun with people.
Outrider, if your frequency...
It's good to hear that, you know, other people do it for the same thing, and that... I was watching a game theory video a little bit ago, and they were saying, like, how... What did he say? What did Matt Pat say? Something about how, like, it kind of just drains, like, or how it's, if it's not profitable to do the game, like, how YouTube isn't profitable anymore. Like, if you're not making money off of it, if it's not your job, then there's no point in doing it or something like that. I just thought I was kind of disappointed, and I'm sure I'm missing the point that he was trying to make, but, like, I guess it just kind of hit home that, like, I remember when YouTube was about, like, creators doing creative things or about building a community, and it feels like that's no longer the case, and it's just kind of sad. Okay, fair enough. I was gonna say, like, dude, if you're bored, don't worry about it. You don't have to stay. I'm not the most engaging person, so you're good if you wanted to bail. Ugh.
I'll look around. What is this place anyway?
Deadrock Pass. Marshal Cullen's turf.
Let
The
me
only
see.
stop between Rift Town and Trench Town.
Um,
Lumber to build the trenches on the
I really don't care.
used to be trees as far as you can see. Now it's mostly just mud.
Honestly, I usually only just use one weapon. Okay, so that should give us some iron, and then I could get some more iron. You get more iron in the field as well as dismantling guns, so let me see if this can upgrade. It cannot. Okay, can I improve the rarity? I can. Okay, so oh, there we go. Okay, so here's an example of what I mean. So it turned to purple, and you will have 3 mods, and you don't always have to have them. So killing shots spawn explosives around your target. Each explosive does 88 damage in a 5-meter radius, and I think it drops like 5 of them. So basically, when it kills an enemy, grenades spawn around them. Well, that's yeah, I guess that's fair, but like part of the thing too is I enjoyed watching you because even with you just playing, like it was still fun to see. Because one of the downsides of doing what I do, where I'm just talking constantly and engaging with people who 90% of the time there's nobody in these streams but me, your gameplay actually suffers. Like there was a point where I was going through a mod called Convergence, which is a Dark Souls 3 mod, and I couldn't beat the dancer, and it was making me so angry that I just raged quit. And then I turned on just my regular video recording, and I cleared the one boss that was giving me a really hard time, and then the dancer, and I was able to do that just because I wasn't talking. So there, your method definitely has its benefits. But so this is every 2 seconds it'll do 157 damage. Whereas this is every second it kills something, it would do 88 damage times 5 or 4. But it's only in a 5-meter radius. I like Storm Whip a lot, so I'm going to do that. And because of that, I can now go to my mod gear, and I can actually get rid of clip combustion, because I don't like this as a mod. So shots generate shield. That's actually a fantastic one. Shots create an explosion that deals 91 damage to enemies in a 6-meter radius every 3 seconds. That's really good. Shots regenerate health. That's also good, for us especially. Shots inflict slow. Hot blood. That's interesting, but no. So I have one tier 2, which is Claymore. Shots damage an enemy with an anomaly blade, dealing 202 damage. So it's a very single target, which I actually like that a lot, because it is great, and as it levels up, it will just continue to do great things for us. One also negative is that when you level up gear, when it goes from level like 12 to 13, the cost is 289. However, if I were to wear, say, if it were purple, that cost is going to be a lot higher. So you kind of have a catch-20 in how that works. So there... No, shut up. So there are side quests you can also do in this game. Personally, I don't prefer to do so just because, like I said when I first started doing the stream, I'm just trying to get to the end of the game as quickly as possible.
Let's go.
So that's why I'm kind of skipping the story as well. Also, for those of you who decide that you like the gameplay enough that you do want to get the game, I kind of don't want to ruin the story for you, because some of these cutscenes are
Don't worry,
absolutely
I'll go
hilarious.
first and clear the way. Stay behind me.
Sure thing, boss.
Yeah, that's true. But also there are people who enjoy like hearing the rage build, I guess. Personally, I'm not one of those people. I feel bad for people that like Markiplier doing rage games, rage out games. Like I just feel bad when people start getting that angry.
There, in front.
Hello? I really do feel like this is a war crime. Excuse me. Okay, let's drop that. Oh, good lord. If you do play the game, just anybody, something to keep in mind. Oh, there's somebody behind me. But staying on top of your gear is what's going to keep you alive. Yeah. Oh, Johnny, actually, by the way, I was checking out Hollowstrom, or whatever that game is. When you beat the Rat King, that actually unlocks a new character for you. So, because I actually didn't know where the Rat King was. Yeah. Say hello to my little friend, Mr. Rocket. And actually, I was gonna say hello to my little friend, Explosives. So, the Technomancer actually does have an ability where she can get, she has a proximity grenade that she throws out, and if, there is a enemy that walks in front of it, it'll explode, or if it makes contact with someone, they instantly die, which was really funny to me. Probably shouldn't have been, but uh-oh, I might die. I made it. Aha. You would think they would learn not to cluster together. Oh wow. 3 to 4 characters, dude. Nicely done. Okay, but that is a boss, so that will actually give you a better idea of how good this gun is, because you've seen me kill bosses before. So yeah, Claymore and Lightning Strike destroyed the boss. So your mods will definitely keep you alive, and the more you level your mods, the better. Actually, speaking of which, in regards to leveling mods, there is also advantages and disadvantages. If you have a mod that does a flat percentage, it actually does not get stronger as the mod levels, because it's a percentage, or as the gun levels. So what I mean by that is, uh-oh. I should probably kill them first. Alright, come here, you. Ooh, I leveled up. Awesome, got another class point. Skill leech or gadget cooldown. I think I want gadget cooldown.
Clear.
So to do level 17.
Those were only scouts.
What was I doing? Oh, right. The how the leveling skills work. So when you look at a mod, so like shots do 157 damage. So every time I level up this gun, Storm Whip is going to do more damage. Claymore is going to do more damage. But something like this, the Ready for Anything. So 10% of critical damage dealt to elites is returned to you as health. As the jacket levels up, I'm not going to get more. That 10% is not going to increase. It will, because my critical damage is going to increase as my damage overall stats increase, but it's not as sharp of an incline or an increase as the flat out like 157 damage mods. So there's a balance you can run between what you want to do and how you want them to work. Oh, I'm out of ammo too. That's not good. There we go. So this is how you get iron in the regular world, aside from just disassembling your gear. But you said you unlocked 3 to 4 different characters. Do you have a preference, like, on who you like so far? I've only seen the one, so... Okay, sure, sounds good. Like, I'm sure I'll get them at some point as well. I was just curious if you remembered anything offhand that, like, stood out to you. Alright. Ow, 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 ow! Stop. I heard a sniper rifle go off too, so there is a sniper somewhere. There he is.
See that coming.
Oh no. I haven't had that yet, but I definitely tried to roll off of the top ledge of the cistern, and it one-shot me. Oh, I also got trapped in the cistern too, because I went to the floor 2, and it was closed, just like when you did, and then I went back, and apparently floor 1 opened up, and it was this huge dungeon you could go and explore, which was super neat. The downside is that, it's, I'm trying to remember. There was a room where there's puzzles, and the puzzle can't be cleared.
Zahidi.
Like, it's
About
almost
this
like there's a
core.
switch you're supposed to
What can I
hit, but I
expect?
can't see it because it
Grand
doesn't
Marshal was
exist in
dredged
that
out,
room.
and the core
I don't know.
released.
So I'm gonna have to restart my run as
Go
well.
through him.
About that forest. You know my unit was in there? Half of them were vomiting up black sludge.
Yes, don't worry. I think I have a plan.
He doesn't have a plan. Oh, I leveled up again. Oh. The night class. That's interesting. What makes it more fun? Yeah, honestly, it sounds more fun. Yeah, I think I'm pretty much good, so I'm just gonna disassemble everything, talk to Zahidi, and see if I can level up the gun I actually care about. Oh yeah, only 12? Nice. So I guess that's a good thing about purple rarity weapons, is that they use titanium rather than iron or leather. I don't want to increase the rarity on anything else though, because I just don't care. I need a bunch more leather, and we will get somebody who can actually sell us leather and shit. Um, Interesting. No, so by the point where I ended up having to stop, because I had to drive, you had not gotten to the cistern yet. So I think I managed to watch about an hour, hour and a half. And then I had to end up bailing because I had to drive down to Alabama.
Mind if I join you?
And now I'm
Hell
outside
yeah.
of Atlanta,
I need
Georgia.
you here, guarding the trucks.
That's fun.
Right, because an old drunk is really gonna scare a bunch of gun-toting truck thieves away.
It might, you never know. I wouldn't want to deal with an old drunk.
There's some notes here.
And I will try the unstuck button, but I'm not sure how well that's going to work. Because it's like the entire room, like the door is closed, so like I can't get out. So like I might be able to get through the doors, but I don't know. I don't think it'll let me glitch through the doors. We'll see.
So, you decided to follow Seth into the ruins of the old industrial zone. I used to be in charge of that place.
And? You want it back or something?
Back in the day, it was the heart of our industry. Right up until the anomaly fried all our tech. Then that engine exploded in our faces and irradiated the area for good measure. It was mayhem.
Wine, wine, wine.
I saved them. I created this town. I could use an accomplice. Think about it.
There's
No.
nothing to think about.
A lot of armor boosts health and gives you more time to see. Oh, okay. That is fun. So yeah, it definitely sounds better than the Wanderer because I noticed that it seemed like the damage definitely seemed to scale like quickly once you hit certain areas. So the Knight would definitely help with that. Yeah, that's a fun one. Also, on a side note, now that we've gotten to Trenchtown, there will be optional areas in each area where you can actually do bounties, where you will hunt humans, and you will fight. You can go on a monster hunt, and both will give you purple or have a chance of giving you legendary items when you complete them. I'm speedrunning, so I'm not doing that, but that is definitely an option that you can do if you want.
How about you give me information instead? Bailey said Seth was hunting another altered. Who was he?
You think Seth discusses his godly affairs with us mortals? Seth offered to lead tomorrow's assault, then walked off on some personal vendetta. Truth is, I don't care. As long as one of you returns to give me my victory tomorrow. We'll talk then, Outrider.
Nope, come on, run faster. There you are. Oh, okay. Yeah, that'll be interesting, because I wonder, like, what advantage the cleric would have, because the knight is obvious. It's armor, like you said. So it kind of makes me wonder, like, what advantage the cleric would have, because I haven't found anything that really is, like, healing magic, or healing, which you think a cleric would be. Definitely interesting. Or maybe they're doing D&D and they're thinking more of like a paladin. Ow. Uh-oh. Oop. Okay, you need to stop coming out of cover. Stupid bastard. Alright. So, let's go ahead and try try to flank them. Oh, there's a lot of people. And there's a boss, too. Which is also not good. Ow. Damn it. Healing magic. That's weird.
The area is still heavily irradiated,
Okay.
but that doesn't
And
stop
because, like I said, I am just basically trying to speed run, I'm going to turn the world difficulty down so that we can clear more easily. As far as I can tell, world tier really only affects your level in regards to your drop chances and stuff like that. It doesn't actually affect your experience. Yeah, I don't know. Then again, it could be a placeholder class too, like, maybe there's not magic now, but there's going to be. Who knows? I'm glad he ran in here. I never would have checked this chest. Also, it is far easier to level up your world tier if you're playing with someone. Just because the more people there are in a session, the more enemies spawn and the tougher they are. So it's very easy to start leveling up to the point that you become outclassed, kind of like what happened to me. Okay, so this is actually one of the bounty hunter missions, which I am not going to do. I guess I should, but I don't really want to. go. I don't know where those enemies are. Oh, I see. They're on. Yep. I forgot. I have to interact with over here first. Oh, do I have to kill him first? Okay, there we go.
Look, I know you don't care right now, but, I owe you one for helping you with Charlotte.
What'd you do to her?
Nothing. Never asked to be any kind of dad. Last thing I wanted, anyway.
Jakob, wait. There's something else. I've seen her before.
What? Where?
I had a vision when I was in cryo.
Kurva. You two with this shit? Give me a break.
Dun 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 dun. Dun dun dun. Oh, there's nothing over there. Damn. Oh, I see. I'm supposed to go this way. Yep. So here are the monster enemies. I don't know why it randomly unequips my weapons. Like, that's kind of weird. Okay. Then, yep. So this is one of the true bosses. Usually, yeah, there you go. So they actually have health bars, and when you start running, I don't remember what they're called, but when you start running missions, these are going to be one of the regular bosses that you're going to encounter. Oh. There's a bunch of iron in this area, so it's worth coming back here to harvest it if you're not getting enough if you're not getting enough weapons or enough iron from your weapon scrounging. I think this is a chest. Yes, it is. It is not ammo. Dun, 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 dun. Beat up shoes and the jacket. And a rusty turban.
What the hell happened here?
Somebody died. That's what happened. Okay, I'm gonna skip that because it's actually very awesome.
Should have seen that coming. Corrigan, Seth is dead.
Impossible. You're lying!
Hooray! So I got another quest.
We've already mobilized to the front! Time you made deal.
I don't want to make good on my deal though. Guy's an asshole. Yeah, so I've got to run back to the last flag that we have so that I can quick travel and continue on. Continue on. Ah, I got a new accolade level. So as you complete things, you will actually get like new emotes, new colors, and stuff like that. So it's quite interesting. So there's actually quite a big collector like idea with this too, which is fun. Alright, let's go back. So this is the full map. So as you can see, I came up into here, we went over to here, down into here, over to up to here, to here, to here. But as you can see, there's a whole area that we never touched. So these maps are actually surprisingly big, and there's a surprising number of enemies per map. It's actually quite easy to increase your world tier if you really want to. Okay, so that's the auto loot kicking in. Which, speaking of the auto loot, disassemble it all. Yes. It actually is worth doing Zahidi, or it's worth moving to the next area, and then we talk to Zahidi. I mean, I guess you can do it the other way around if you really wanted to, but... Ugh. I hate pop. I hate my own Mountain Dew taste, but God, gotta have that caffeine.
Get to the front line. The assault is about to begin.
Our Lord and Savior caffeine, the explosive of pops. All right, can this level up again? I don't have the titanium. Oh, I do have the titanium for it. Yes. Oh, yes, Queen Slay. So that's the Phantom Dash ability. Okay, and then actually might as well just I have the Iron to spare because there definitely gets to be a point where it's actually more worthwhile to just equip new gear as you find it, because your leveling is going to be so fast. Yeah, here's fixing wave. So this heals everything, players and gadgets and turrets that you have down, no matter how far away they are, which can be very good. But I prefer my level 17 ability, which is Snap. Yeah, I know, but they are the easiest way to get the caffeine into me, so. Plus, I did switch over to sugar-free, which I've heard that can be just as bad as the regular stuff, just in different ways. So. Oh well. But yeah, I actually do have some healthy, quote-unquote, alternatives. The only real issue is that like the healthy soft drinks, and then like a couple of protein bars, and then like a pill supplement for caffeine ends up like for a 2-month supply ends up costing me like $300+. Yeah, yeah, really it is. Like I would prefer to eat healthy. It's just when you eat healthy, everything is way more expensive. Especially when you're on the road constantly. It can be done. Just I don't know. It's hard to do.
One of them's got to slip past at some point, right?
Oh, T, right. So this is actually the first point where this is the only point where you'll ever have guys like on your side, which is definitely kind of a weird change. You can keep them alive if you want. I think we can actually choose to kill them if we want to. Not that I would ever do that. But yeah, so I'm gonna actually try to keep them alive.
We've taken the river.
Oof.
Secure that hilltop. Don't
Well, most of the guys that were fighting with us are dead. Alright, very good. Yeah, I think all of our guys are dead already. Yep, they are. Although I will say, this next area we actually do get to fight another boss. But this boss he has one of the coolest introductions to a boss fight that I think I've ever seen. It's really good. There's one more. And I will not skip this cutscene because it is actually quite fun.
move! Move! Let's go! Come on! That was easy peasy.
You still kissing that piece of junk, Coleman?
Hey, at least it's better than kissing the sergeant's ass.
Give me that. What is it anyway?
It's from the old world. You wouldn't understand. You can't even fucking read.
Sorry, Grandma. It's not a fucking library.
Hey!
Fuck up, man.
Yeah, so your character could have saved some of them, and instead saved no one. Or saved one person. So yeah, this is Moloch, and he is insanely strong. Just we're fighting him at a greatly reduced power level because our world key is way down. However, we will have a chance to fight him later on, where he is a lot stronger than he is now. Also, I will note that out of all the different classes, there's only one class that can just tank damage like that when a boss is directly attacking them, and that's because the Technomancer with the way they get health, or the way they get levels, or no, the way they heal. I'm sorry. They heal by doing damage, and so the minigun allows them to just do massive damage, or the constant damage quickly, and so they get a lot of health back too. So it's stupid and crazy.
That's how you thank a girl for saving your life?
Anyways, there we go, and so we hit level 15. Ding, ding, ding. Oh, a new level. Okay, let me see. So freeze lasts 20% longer, or I can increase my armor by 20%. I do like increasing my armor, but this is good. But I do want to do, this is actually almost more important, because inflicting vulnerable is basically a status debuff, so that it makes enemies take a lot more damage. And then by extension, you can make it so that vulnerable is 40% more, so it does really good. But I do kind of want to get to the end to see how many points I have to work with. So I think I'm actually going to go ahead and do that. Also, you don't have to go all the way to the end if you don't want to. I prefer to, because I want to have all of my skills set up. Or I like to have, basically all of my stuff is along one tree usually. But... Okay, so talk to her. Time to go, and then we go to the quarry. Yeah, and that's where the map ends. So there's actually a lot of ground in between.
This is where the main
Okay.
road ends. Road from here goes through the quarry. It's just up ahead behind that wrecked excavator.
So now where? Oh wait. Oh, that's right. We don't actually have access to a camp yet because we have to fight our way through. Yeah, usually when I do stuff like this, I'm just zoning out. It's fun to record, do a stream. So I was actually talking to a friend of mine about this, and he made a comment that he noticed I was doing way more streams than I used to. And I've actually found that for me, streams are just more fun. Like I just can stream as long as I'm interested.
Look at the size of that thing.
And it takes way less
Excavators? I was
memory, and like I don't have to worry about the upload time that it takes. Because even a 10-15 minute video to upload takes a good chunk of, like it can take up to 2 hours depending. So it's definitely, I feel better to stream than to just record a video. Come on. You're cracking. Ah, there you are. I'll teach you to try to trap me in. Ah,
Corrigan mentioned the quarry we're heading toward was overrun. I take it we're gonna need to tread carefully?
It's probably filled up with mutated freaks by this point. We've been fighting over that goddamn hole in the ground since I can remember. But last time the insurgents took it back, Corrigan decided it wasn't worth any more of our time. We blasted the place and filled the road with mines to protect our flank.
oof. Dun, 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 dun. There we go.
The road's clear. What next?
You need to find a way to open the gate.
Will do.
Oh, okay. For the battle I go. Yes, indeed, we have to go. Jesus, wonderful. I wish I remembered the whole song. Well, that's one way to kill an enemy. Then rocket launcher. Mr. Sandman. Oh, it's right there up top. There we go.
Jakub, the road's yours.
Okay. Yep, and then it's going to let us quick travel. Interesting that it hasn't given us the items unless it actually did.
Does Jacob always have to be so surly?
Well, let's see if it actually gave us our items. It did not.
Zahidi, I'm heading in. Tell me exactly what I'm looking for.
You're looking for old batteries. They could be in capacitors, engines, mining equipment, old burnt out electronics. 3 batteries should be enough. I hope.
Hey, Outrider. Zahidi mentioned you've known Jakub since Earth. What was he like back then?
He was always rough, if that's what you're asking. Look, back on Earth, it was dark times. Turned us all cold. And now this place. To survive all that, only to end up somewhere worse, it's made him even worse.
Yeah, well, doesn't excuse the shit he's done.
Sure, but it maybe goes a way to explain things.
That's true. So as a just as a quick reference point,
This one looks
what it's
intact.
talking about is
Two-motor
that there's a forest that it will liquefy the organs of anyone that goes inside of it into this black ooze. It's a fungus, and we need lithium batteries so that we can create rebreathers, basically, so that we can go through the forest. No, there we go.
Good enough. One more left.
Oh, one more,
Hey, boss.
and then we get one of my favorite abilities.
Doesn't sound like you're asking for reassurance.
No, I am asking if you've got a death wish, and it was down with you.
Is this about Chana? She's got reasons for her choice, Jakub. I think you just gotta live with it.
Yeah, I have a suspicion it won't be for long.
Yeah, I mean, sort of. Okay, stop. Just open the damn gate. Really? Okay, so apparently there's a pre-ritual for opening gates that you have to walk around it weirdly. So, if someone were to want to get into the game, I would strongly advise you to get used to learning how enemies move, because a lot of the times, especially in higher tier difficulties, what gets you killed is when you don't know what a boss is going to do. Or being in the wrong position at the wrong time will get you killed quicker than anything else. And you can get into the wrong position kind of easily. Like, even regular enemies at tier 15, which is the highest difficulty, are very lethal if they get you into a corner or something else happens. Like, I'm taking it kind of easy because I'm just playing I'm not playing on tier 15, But there are definitely things that I've been doing just in this playthrough since I started recording that I would never try to even do in tier 15 because it would get me killed. So it's interesting. And there are a couple of side missions here we can do.
Zahidi, I've got all the lithium.
Excellent. Bring them on back and I can finish building the purifier.
Yep. So yeah, he wants to build an air purifier. Oh right, stupid fucking pre-ritual. Open the gate. I don't think I'm gonna get any freight today. I didn't think I would, but I was kind of hopeful. Okay. Oh. Oh, good. Oh, right. I have to go back to the camp. Dun dun.
Thank you. I don't think that.
You just got real lucky, old man.
What if she comes with us?
What if she came with us, Zahidi, then what? How about that? Okay. So yeah, there's that.
Listen, I hope you won't be gone too long.
Yeah. So I got new stoof. There's that.
That Bailey, what a character, eh? Crazy, but still.
Okay, so I actually don't want to do that right now because that's going to lead us to another boss. Before you leave the quarry, make sure your gear is ready to go because boss time and big boss time. Okay, so it looks like this is pretty much good. So yeah, we're not going to get anything that way in terms of that. So weapons, armor. Okay, so this is actually better. And it does blighted round, so that's actually a good thing. This armor is better. One additional rocket, okay. That's not bad. It's not bad at all. And then 276. Fine too. See, I don't use that mod, but the armor is better, so mine as well. And then we have 290 and 293. That's not bad. Actually, not bad, but I'd rather have the critical, and I'll lose out. I'm fine losing out on that 3 extra armor. So now I'm actually not going to do that. Or I'm not going to dismantle the gear like I could, because you saw that purple gear was required, or purple required titanium. So Bailey,
Well, I'd like to.
I don't care about your story. You're an asshole. Oh shoot. Yeah, she is extremely unpleasant. But she can actually sell. You can actually sell gear to her to get scrap, and then you can buy leather and iron from her. So if you need scrap, you can actually get them from her. Later on, you can also just flat out buy titanium. I don't know at what point that happens, but also that's very good. So I'm actually gonna buy that. And I'm also going to not sell this stuff because I definitely want to. Okay, so we are going to go ahead and dismantle. Zahidi, there you are. So let's see if we can boost our levels. because we're already up to level 19 in terms of our wearable gear. Okay, so that's just iron. Let me see. So that's, yeah, shots regenerate health, killing shots, and reloading. Shots regenerate health. Okay, and then it's going to take another 45 to increase its rarity again. I can do that, but yeah, I'm not really a fan of that. Oh well, it is what it is. There's nothing I can do about it. And then to level it requires titanium, which I don't have. And then to increase the rarity for these, cost titanium, which again I don't have, but I can level up. Okay, that's going to be as good as we get. Okay, so now I'm going to, because we have our gear up stronger, I'm going to go ahead and boost our world tier level back up to 6. So that we'll just have better gear, better stats, better stuff. I also want,
everyone know if you get
because we do have to fight that boss coming up, which I'm not sure if it's right. I think it's right away. That boss is actually going to be, he gives you a guaranteed legendary. So I want to make sure that I have that when I go to do this.
What's the point, huh? The truck is fucked.
Worry about that later. Let's reseal the door.
Don't go out there.
Just wait for me.
Yeah, we get to fight a mountain. That's gonna be fun. Okay, so like I said, you will get a guaranteed legendary weapon for doing this, and I think you get one of 3, so you actually get to pick and choose. Oh my gosh, yeah, we get health back way fast when we do this. Huh. So normally what you're supposed to do is you're supposed to get into cover behind rocks, but because our health regen is so fast for this, so that's how you're supposed to do that. Are you serious? There we go. Okay. Dun 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 dun. Murder monster. Okay, so the fight literally has not changed. The only thing is that yeah, there's no rocks to hide behind now. Oh, that does good damage. Speaking about shutting my pie hole, I'm staying very quiet during this. What the heck? Oh. There we go. So we killed it, and oh no, yeah, okay. So I did get whatever his name's Beret is, Beret. So every legendary piece of gear that you will get, guaranteed, will have one tier 3 mod every time. So it is highly desirable. Oh, maybe that's 1.5 seconds. Okay, well, that's better, so. So this is bonus firepower, cooldown reduction, which is good. So cooldown reduction is all your powers. Killing shots increase your firepower by 97. Yeah. Killing enemies while aiming down the sights increases your firepower by 89 for 20 seconds. Stacks up to 3 times. That's not bad. So I'll go ahead and do that. And then we'll pick this. Ooh, actually. Oh, I'm glad I checked. Holy shit. Oh. Okay, I definitely want to dismantle that. And I will just equip that, dismantle that. This is significantly better, so sure. And then this is a purple, so portable armory. Oh, I see. So reviving an ally also fully restores their health. So that's not ideal, but I can also mod it to a degree, so that's acceptable. But we also look terrible, so I'm going to... So one of the things that you can do is you can change your cosmetics. And so I'm going to do exactly that. I actually like this a little bit, so I'm going to do that. And then I did like that, how that looked a lot. No, I don't like that. I don't like that. That doesn't look bad. Outriders and britches. Really? Really? Oh, okay, so they actually do match. So yeah, the Outriders and the Outriders set. Okay, so we do have the full Outriders set. That's fun. Okay. There we go. We also got some stuff to modify our gear with too, which is nice.
It doesn't end this way. It can't.
We also have cold. This is fun.
Fairy vision said, because it sure as hell doesn't look like we're getting out of here and... What?
No, it's okay. Something happens.
Long story short,
Who the hell are you?
they're here to save us. Oh, I can't actually skip this.
Hey, where are you taking us? Who the hell are you people?
But yeah, that
All your
black
questions will
liquid
be answered when we reach
is
Dr.
their organs
It's too late. We're not making it to any doctor.
being
Stand
liquefied.
down, or your people will die.
You'll fucking die with them.
I'm not threatening them, asshole. I'm trying to save them. What exactly is in this?
Please, do not fear. My name is
No,
Nathan Sturlock,
still can't skip it.
biologist.
Dr. Abraham Zahidi. Can you explain to us
Zahidi?
what...
Oh my, what an unexpected honor. I was a follower of your father's work. At least as long as was possible. I haven't so much claim to fame. As you can see, there is one breakthrough of mine that served us rather well.
Just tell us how it works.
Yes, of course. My apologies. The fungus wasn't always like this. Its DNA was altered. My formula merely turns the fungus against itself. Here, all who are brave enough to reach us are free to live in peace. My antidote must be injected daily. None of us dare stray far away from camp
It's
without it.
important to remember that.
This
The
small
antidote has to
ceremony
be
is fun.
injected
Just a tiny
daily.
one. No alternates, I'm afraid. I hope that the rest of your convoy will attend this evening.
We're not planning on staying long.
Oh, beyond here, there's only death.
Until the truck is repaired, we're stuck here anyway.
Good.
Thank you.
It's a terp. Be careful, it's a carp. Or tarp. I haven't decided yet. Three hours later. At least we can skip that part. Okay. So again, before things progress any further, before you do anything else in this area, talk to Zahidi, make sure your gear is set. Because it will very quickly get to the point. Okay, so I'm gonna see, because we definitely are gonna be able to mod our gear, which I want to do. No. Yeah, this one. Tool of Destruction. It's 100% base ammo for the selected tool, which is really helpful when you have that. So I'm actually going to throw that on there. Okay, so that's cryo. I can't do anything with that. I can't level anything, really. I can change this, though, because head of the ward, I actually don't have anything that is going to work. Like, I'm not playing with other people, so... 20% resistance bonus is not bad, but what gives it crazy is active minigun giving 2,600 armor. That makes it so that your character physically can't die, which is hilarious. Also, you can only have one mod at a time, so that's why with what was it? Here, that little red square in the top right, that means I already have that mod somewhere on my item list, so there's no point. Okay. Shrapnel needs to be changed because I don't have it, obviously. Cryo turret does extra damage. Increases damage based off of status, which we already have. Extends its duration. Might as well. And then boots. Increase critical damage by 15. That is fun. Okay, so that's level 19. Can I? No. Yeah. That's what I thought. Okay. Yep, there we go. So that's pretty much it. Okay, so yeah, just make sure your gear is set because there are going to be a couple of missions where we are going to lose the ability to modify our gear. You have a string of missions you have to complete. And there actually is one side quest we're going to do while we're here, just because it's very easy to do. It's very quick, and it's also kind of fun.
Hey you, newbie.
There's some
Over
notes
here. Everybody needs a little something.
So Mercer Acosta. So yeah, he is basically a vendor. You can buy some weapons, some armor. If you don't happen to have, if you have enough scrap and you see a mod that you like or a piece of armor that's either better than what you have or has stats that are just, you really want them, go ahead and buy it and dismember it or dismantle it or keep it. It's up to you. But more importantly,
whatever it is, I got what you're looking for. And if I don't, I'm gonna get you.
Not a fan of calendars?
The calendar with the knife in it. What's the story?
Bad fucking luck is what. I'm in trouble. This fucking guy I'm in debt to. He said I gotta pay by that date or play his game.
What kind of game?
If I win, he wipes my debt clean. If I lose, bang. But no one ever fucking wins this game. What the fuck am I gonna do? I'm dead either way. Say, maybe you could have a word with him.
I'll take your place in the game.
Something awfully familiar about the way.
We'll look around for the guy Mercer owes a debt to. Curious to see what his game's about.
It's actually really funny because I don't remember if it's overt.
Same amount on the long shot.
Notes.
If even one of them.
Interesting.
I'm never gonna have to work for Kang again.
Oh, does it not? Is it not gonna let me? Or do I have to have it selected? Oh, there we go. Okay, I was in the wrong section.
Here to see Mercer's debt paid.
My agreement was with Mercer. Little man got cold feet.
I lose, he pays you double.
You think your luck is that good? Be my guest. Whew. Fucking mess.
There's only one bullet, right? You'll be fine. Pull the trigger. Or I will.
So the idea is, and I don't remember where this is lore-wise, but basically that guy was an altered as well. And so
I guess
what he
that's
was
Mercer's
doing
dead
is
settled.
right before he handed the gun to
Pleased
you,
to
he
know.
either froze time or sped himself up, and that allowed him to be able to put a new clip in it, so that he was never at risk, because no one could ever survive being shot. So that's how that works.
You're dead settled.
Jesus, you saved my life. Here, it's the least I could do. I make it myself.
Woo! Not bad. That shit your granddad be proud of.
Pretty cool. Okay. So shots... Oh, I actually want this. So shots on enemies afflicted by a status condition inflict that status to the nearest enemy, because this can be combined with another mob that's a tier 3 that's incredibly powerful. So that's one I want to dismantle right away, because I want that mod. But, okay, so now we're back to this. And the reason why I said make sure your gear is up to par before you do anything is because I don't remember the point where you lose access to your camp, because you have that string of missions.
Hey,
so
do you remember my tunes I used to play?
Like it was yesterday.
I can still remember some of them.
Please stop. Jakob, I'm serious. Jakob, I'm disconnected.
Like I'm disconnected. Okay, so yeah, Fusion Blast is every 1.5 seconds. So that's actually not bad. Oh yeah, see, we've got way more rockets now. Speaking of which... So I'm actually going to, because for right now, Blighted Rounds, while it's good, is actually not the best, but I definitely want to have Cold Snap. And then I think I'm actually going to keep
Don't
Tool
get
of
distracted.
Destruction.
We're here for it.
But part of the reason we're here in the first place is to find a way out of the trenches for everyone. What if we brought the antidote back to Shira?
We'd also bring the summary execution of everyone who makes the antidote. They're deserters, remember?
Oh. Yes, I hadn't considered that.
So concerned with the greater good that he forgets that, yeah, that's not necessarily a good thing. Defeat the monster. It's also worth noting that at any point, if you see enemies on your HUD or on your map, they generally know where you are and are aggressive. Not always like these, but usually. Alright, you bastard. You rat bastard. Oh, it's this guy. So he is just a regular enemy now. He doesn't have a health bar though. The fun fact is he actually becomes a boss in one of the later expeditions. But yeah, I'm gonna show you just how So yeah, that extra armor boost definitely helps. The extra ammo helps too, though. Okay.
Hey, you got a plan of what we're gonna do about all these deserters?
We're not doing anything with them, Bailey.
Are you kidding me? These people abandoned the East
Also,
Bay.
it is worth
They're
doing
traitors.
the
We're sticking with the mission.
what are they called?
You can go back to
The
Gordon
bounty and
or you can
hunter
help
missions, at least your first time, because if I'm remembering correctly, they also give a guaranteed legendary on the first time they're completed. So they are definitely worth doing. And there's one other quest that I think gives you a guaranteed legendary, and that one you actually get to pick and choose. So it's definitely worthwhile. But for a lot of these legendaries, you actually don't want to keep them. You actually want to dismantle them, because until you start doing excavations and until you hit like level 47, 48, it's actually way faster to just adjust your gear on the fly rather than trying to very like slowly power level. So yeah, it's oh, that's what I was gonna say. So that's why the mods are generally way more helpful than the gear itself is.
Outrider, this is Dr. Skurlock. I must profess it has been a delight to have met yourself and your companion.
We're grateful for the help, Doctor. But I have to ask, your antidote to the fungus, why do you keep it to yourselves out here? Our people are trapped in the valley. If they knew that...
Yes, if they knew. Think about it. What's the first thing they would do? They would be so afraid of the other side getting it, they'd have me locked up. War is all they know how to think about.
I mean, he does have a good point.
Out here, it's different. We are all free. We don't live in fear of our neighbors slitting our throats. Men and women, allies and enemies. Here, nature, the elements, are our only enemy.
Sounds
And the
too good
creatures.
to be true.
Well, we do what we can do. Resources are scarce. But you and your companions may stay as long as you need.
I hate those Strix. I also swear that you get level ups based off of how good your like how many kills in a row you can get without dying. Maybe not, but I don't know. Also, in this game, you cannot roll for attacks, so don't bother. Don't bother trying. Okay. Yep, that's right. Come and get me. I do keep forgetting that we have a machine gun that has regenerate health.
I will be handling your induction.
Induction? As I told Skurlock, we're just passing through.
Skurlock has no say in who stays or leaves. I'm in command of the camp security.
Sure, but this camp wouldn't exist without Skurlock and his vaccine.
So that's one of the
Skurlock
hunts.
wouldn't exist without my soldiers.
Can I do anything for you?
It pleases me that you won't be here long.
Okay. So you're just a jerk then. Okay. And the reason why I'm not using Cold Snap more is because Cold Snap, while helpful, isn't really good without the ability to, without some of its modifiers, which we don't have. Okay, what? Oh. Okay, and the game actually wouldn't let me get out of the range of that attack. That's fun. That's really fun. Are you? Oh, okay. I was gonna say if it put me all the way back to here, I was just gonna be done. Which I may just be done anyways, because on one hand, like, having actually, like, very strong characters is all well and good, but on the other hand, like, having to re-go through this and redo everything, it's not fun. Like, it's actually really irritating, so, I don't know. We'll see if I keep playing or not. See, what the mod does, for the item, is that it makes it so that, or for Cold Snap, so that any enemy that is affected by or frozen by Cold Snap, will actually detonate and will kill everything else nearby. It does massive damage. Which is amazing, because when you have enemies clumped up, okay. And I might as well see what dropped over here. So blue, purple, purple, blue.
Jakob, I found the truck.
What's it look like?
Exactly as we left it.
You have something in common then. Get that.
Okay, I've got the pump from the truck.
There we go.
Good. Now hurry back. This meathead Kang hasn't stopped.
Stop giving me the side eye. So I could continue playing, and I might, but it's becoming tedious enough that I kind of want to be done. So I may continue if there's enough demand for it. So yeah, just if this is something that people would be interested in seeing, let me know. Yeah, and just let me know. Because also, Johnny, if this is a game you would be interested in doing co-op,
That was a sweet story back there.
we could
But it still
absolutely
doesn't
do
explain
that,
why Chana hates your
because I
guts.
think the game is
Glad
like
you think.
$39, $40 right now. I'd be happy to go half and half with you
You know what the
to
survival rate is for kids?
get you it, because it is fun. And it definitely is easier to do when you have at least one person
Who
that
knows?
like
Maybe
is when you have someone else
if you
to play
hadn't
with.
been such
So.
a bastard,
But
she
yeah,
would have
thanks
gotten
for
tough
watching,
enough to
everybody,
survive.
and I'm gonna call it quits. So, thanks for watching.